Hello everyone, welcome to We Will's question and answer or Q&A. A while back when we got a ton of new followers, welcome everyone, we asked on our Instagram story if you all had any questions about We Will, and we got so many questions we thought we would sit down and answer them for you. For those of you who don't know, I'm Brittany Herman, founder and president of the national chapter of We Will. The first question was, what does We Will do? We Will is a nonprofit organization dedicated to the prevention and mitigation of sexual assault. We accomplish this by formal and informal education, community growth, and survivor support. Formal and informal education is our first task. Formal education looks like changing state laws to reflect sexual education concepts proven to reduce the rate of sexual assault. Informal education looks like informing our community on Instagram or on other social media platforms. It looks like holding events to help inform the community and to spread information about sexual assault prevention and how we can better support survivors. Next is community growth. Community growth is dispelling rape myths in our community. It's helping individuals better understand sexual assault and sexual assault prevention. It's creating communities that support and uplift survivors in the way that they need. Finally, survivor support. Through survivor support, we share numerous survivor stories and help survivors feel comfortable coming forward and sharing their stories with individuals who can help them on their healing journey. We try to show survivors that healing is real. We also connect survivors with resources that can help them on their healing journey, whether those are lawyers, doctors, therapists, or any other number of individuals who can help the survivor heal. We connect them. The next question is one that We Will get all the time, and it is, how is sexual assault preventable? We don't want to share any false information, so we want to clarify. Not every single sexual assault is going to be preventable, but the majority of sexual assaults have been shown to be preventable through education. What happens in this education is we teach would-be perpetrators what is wrong. We teach would-be perpetrators to ask for consent, and we teach these individuals to recognize a no when it is given in its various forms. So teaching would-be perpetrators that they need to ask for consent gives the other individual in this situation, the opportunity to decline consent. The would-be perpetrator then recognizes that they cannot move forward, and so they do not move forward. Further, with coercion, we teach individuals that they cannot persuade someone through threat or use of force to comply with their sexual desires. Finally, refusal skills teach would-be perpetrators how to recognize a no, and a no in its various forms. So saying, I'm tired, or not right now, or maybe later, things like that. Really, they're no's, even if they're softer no's. So that individual does not have consent moving forward, and they'll better be able to recognize this. Through the work that We Will does, it's estimated that we can prevent over 500,000 sexual assaults in the United States alone every single year. This is why we're so dedicated to this cause. We can prevent over 500,000 sexual assaults through this work that we do. This is not to say that sexual education will completely eradicate sexual assault. It is, of course, our goal to eradicate sexual assault, but it's important to us to prevent those assaults, which are shown to be preventable through research. The next question is what it's like to start a state chapter. I think that our state chapter presidents are probably better equipped to answer this question. But essentially what happens is you'll have a meeting with me, and we will discuss the issues that are plaguing your state. We'll discuss what your state chapter can do to further We Will's mission in your location. After that, you'd fill out some paperwork, and then you'd start a social media. It's really up to you how you handle the issues in your state. If you're someone who feels really strongly about the legislation part, you can work through legislative action. If you are someone who feels strongly about sharing survivor stories, that's what your chapter can focus on. My attitude with the state chapters, if we can reach only one extra person through our work in that chapter, it's completely worth it. However, being close with the We Will Utah chapter and serving on their board, I found that we've helped numerous individuals in the state of Utah, and that we can have an even further reach as we continue to work in this cause. I've also been asked about some definitions. So first, consent. Consent is a freely given, knowledgeable, and informed agreement between two or more persons for an event to occur. Consent is not an inherently sexual concept, so don't have this misconception. Consent can be as simple as asking your friend if they want a hug or asking someone if they want to go to the movies with you. Through doing that, you are asking for consent, and if you receive consent, can move forward. The next term we were asked to define is coercion. Coercion is using threat, force, or intimidation to persuade someone to do something that they do not want to do. Coercion can be something as major as saying, I'm going to harm your family, or I'm going to harm you if you do not comply with this request. However, it can also be something equally as coercive, but seemingly less severe, such as saying, you can't go home until this happens, or repeatedly asking someone to do something after they've already given a no. The next term is refusal skills. Refusal skills teach an individual how to say no and teach other individuals how to recognize a no. This is not to say that someone can necessarily protect themselves from sexual assault through learning refusal skills. What We Will focuses our time and efforts on is teaching would-be perpetrators refusal skills so they can recognize a no when it is given. The next question is how we support survivors, and I touched on this a little bit earlier through speaking about connecting survivors with resources, and of course this is a large part of what we do. However, oftentimes we're messaged by survivors who simply need to talk, they need more support, and if this is where you're at, go ahead and reach out. You're more than welcome to talk to We Will anytime. We provide these one-on-one supports and help individuals recognize where they're at in their healing journey and what steps they want to take moving forward. We do not pressure survivors to move forward when they're not ready. We want them to do everything according to their timing and what feels good to them. The final question is one that we love to receive, and it's how can I help? There are a few different ways that you can help, of course. You can donate if that is something that you're interested in, and there's a portal on our website, as well as you can Venmo us at WeWill.org. You can also purchase merchandise for us to help financially support us. Beyond this, you can repost our posts and help other individuals know that We Will exists and that it is working toward these important causes. If you want to get really involved, you can start a state chapter in your state. Feel free to message We Will and reach out to us to learn more about this amazing opportunity. Thank you all so much for watching today. Thank you for your questions. We hope that you will continue to ask questions of We Will. I hope to continue to grow this community and that we can continue to prevent sexual assault and support survivors. Thank you.